Hi guys. So as you can see, we're back here inside of my RV. So our family's here, outside of the
His
house.
family's here.
Yeah.
I'm just here
Technically,
out of
we sort of
nowhere.
accepted you as part of our family now.
I
So
am I am the I was adopted.
the adopted son
I
of our
was adopted
family.
somewhat.
But yeah. So again, we're continuing our discussion with Hololive, and today we're gonna be focusing on
Part 2,
yeah.
hololive ID branch.
So we're focusing, as what he mentioned, the Hololive Indonesian branch specifically. And this is episode 9 overall in total. So quick disclaimer before anything gets going. So since we're part of my family's RV, there will be background noise. You will be hearing Buddy in the back. And in case if there are like any door
And
openings or
or
so,
pups.
yeah, there will be like my parents will be coming inside. So don't mind them. Otherwise, yeah, this is our little setup for today. So as you can see, like all the plushies here
We got
and
some
stuff.
nice hololive members.
Yeah, and surprisingly, ironically, we don't have any of the Indonesian plushies up here. So we thought it'd be fitting that because that we don't have the inclusion of them, we might as well talk them about them in this episode today. So
Yes.
first things first, let's get things started. So when it comes to Hololive Indonesia, um, do you recall like any moment where you first learned about the ID branch at all compared to like Japanese or English?
Honestly, because I'm pretty sure for both of us, we out of the three branches, ID is the one we know the least about.
Yeah, sadly.
For me, I guess it took some time before I started watching more of any of the members from the ID branch. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's who was the first one that I watched? I don't know. I don't remember. It's
Surprisingly, I
been a
remembered
while.
my first, but it's completely off of like not based off of like the actual Hololive channel, but on like other YouTubers talking about that
There, maybe
VTuber in general.
collabs.
Yeah. Oh, not just collabs, but like clips in general and like what makes them unique compared to like the other Indonesian members, I guess you could say.
Okay, okay.
But I'll go more into detail on that when we start discussing about each of them one by one. So,
All right, so starting off in the ID branch,
hmm,
we have Gen 1, which they are called
Area 15.
Area 15. Now, from I'm recently learning this. The reason why they're called Area 15 is because all three members they share the same like day of birth or like
Yeah. So they're not like born in the same month and day. They're just born, all of them are born on the 15th of
of
a
whatever
specific month.
I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
If that
So
makes sense, yeah. So let's start things off first. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe the first one that debuted first was Moona Hoshinova. So
well,
how did you learn about Hoshinova, or what do you know more about her compared to the rest?
I think when I first saw her, it was through like Minecraft collabs.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I probably was first introduced her. Either that or like probably clips of her collabing with the other ID members
Yeah.
of I don't know some other views and yeah. From what I know is that oh, let's see. I know she's definitely afraid of like insects and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Definitely for
I
sure.
remember
There was
that.
one clip where it's like while she was doing a stream, like either a spider or cockroach, and she freaked out so much. Like she was like you would like actually like hear like in the background, like well not in the back in the stream. It's like she's like either running around or trying to get like slippers, like actually trying killing the thing.
Yeah,
They're
I think I
on
recall that one. That
stream.
was really funny.
Yeah. So other than that, of course, in Minecraft, when she was doing her Minecraft streams, or like from another Hololive member's perspective, like
Mm-hmm.
I noticed how would you say organized, or rather, I'm gonna say, yeah, organized, or like make sure things are arranged,
Structural, I guess you could say, or
something like
yeah,
that.
something
Something,
close along that line.
yeah. So, how about you? What What are your thoughts?
When I first heard about Moona, like what you said too, is from like a bunch of clips that I've seen. Um, the first one that I seen out of the three, which we'll get to later. But the way how I learned to her, of course, is through those clips with featuring that VTuber. But when I started researching more about Moona, I've heard about like interesting facts that I never thought were like possible, but it's sort of like blossomed into a relationship, especially between the ID members and the Japanese members specifically.
Mm.
So, like as you mentioned about the Minecraft streams, that's how I sort of knew about Moona too, is because of Moona and her pairing with Pecora.
Oh yeah, the Pekomuna.
Yeah,
I think
Peko
that's what it's
Moona.
called.
Yeah.
So
I think it's because
I think that's also why.
yeah, I think Moona was recruited as one of the crew members of, I think it was called Pecora's construction company or whatever it was on Minecraft. I don't remember
Maybe
off the top of my head.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, it's
But
been a
I know
while.
she like technically Muna became like I guess the vice president of that company.
Yeah, and my favorite line anytime I see Pecora, yeah, Pecora and Moona together. Hey,
Hey
Moona.
Muna!
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Every single time, that always cracks me
hey
up.
Muna!
I felt like
Yeah,
because of that moment, like the ID relationship began to expand towards at
that's
least the
where
Japanese branch.
yes.
That's mostly when I'm like into like Muna. Whenever she's on screen with Pecora, that's when I really enjoyed Muna.
Mm.
It's either that or like anytime anyone in her chat always try to make her say hi, honey.
Has she? Has she?
She has, but she's like the type of person who's like sort of witty and sort of knows when um they catch her saying hi honey. But there was once there was one stream where an Indonesian member like wrote like a dialogue or sentence on it. She read it and then she didn't notice she accidentally
Fanfic.
said hi honey, and then everyone in the chat
Oh,
started like
and they
laughing and like saying like got her, and then she was
God.
so confused.
I see.
It took her like a good solid, I think, 20 seconds, and then she admitted her defeat. That she
Dang,
that
they
she
got
got it.
her.
Yeah.
They got her
Good
good.
gracious.
I
Like
see.
when I saw that, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for her."
Actually, I think I remember seeing a clip of that. I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. For those of you, I know you guys can't see, but for us, we have a TV in front of us, and I'm gonna quickly like show Caspin real quick
No,
about like what I was
I
referring
honestly,
to.
I don't think you don't need to show me. I think I've seen it either that or I'll see it later.
Oh, okay.
So,
But still, at least while I get that set up, anything else that you find interesting about Muna, or
not that I can think of or like come to mind, but
gotcha? I feel like when we talk about like each generation as a group, I feel like we gotta bring
each
that up.
minute,
Yeah.
yeah.
When we introduce all the members of the group, honestly.
Well, I was like, which one's your favorite of the thing?
Exactly. This is
So,
gonna be a hot debate now.
yeah. All
Okay.
right. So next, the second member that was introduced to Gen 1
I
was
believe it is Ayunda Risu.
Ayunda Risu.
Hmm.
An,
Our beloved local
what? Wait,
sport.
how do you say her?
Ayunda Risu.
Arun?
Ayunda
Ayunda?
Risu.
Ayunda Risu.
AKA our local squirrel girl.
She is a squirrel girl. And honestly, I think, I, for me, I think her laugh is the most, like, recognizable in ID for me.
Yep.
That and then another member we'll mention later on.
Hmm.
So, Risu, what do I know about her? Well, I have seen a few of her, a few clips, whether she's collabing with someone or not. Of course, there's her. I honestly I like her laugh. It's
Me too. I'm not gonna lie. She has one of the best laughs in hololive in general.
and then one thing I definitely know about is that there was at some point. Well, I don't know if it's like still occurring, but like she has a thing for Inugami Korone. Um, and yeah, it's like she loves her so much. Like I think
It's
it's like
basically a simp for her.
yes. I don't know if it's like still occurring now, but
I
I know
think
back
so.
then like she definitely like
Like she's her
was
Oshi for
obsessed. Yeah,
life.
pretty much. It was her Oshi.
For those of you who don't know what the term Oshi means, basically it's like your idol. Like who do you inspire to like or follow?
Yes.
And for Risu, it's
Unique
Korone.
Korone. Yes.
Ironically, the first VTuber that I also got into in hololive too, so understandable. Um, that's how you like mostly like relate to Risu, right?
Pretty much. But mostly it's pretty much her of course collabing with other members.
Yeah. Because for me, I feel like I'm going to be talking about her a lot. Spoilers. So, the first time I've heard about Risu was their relationship with like the actual members between all of Gen 1 of ID. Specifically, I don't know if you know about this clip. I'm pretty sure you do though, because it's like one of the earliest with ID. It's the piggy bank incident. Do you know it?
I don't think
This
so.
is Moona's piggy bank.
Moona's piggy bank. This is like an actual piggy bank in
It's
real
an
life.
actual piggy bank.
All right,
It's
please tell me a little story about.
so this clip was basically Risu taking Moona's piggy bank without Moona knowing, and she was basically counting all of her money on stream without getting caught by the other
Wait,
members.
she made like a stream, like a video, a stream.
A stream. It was
If
a
I
straight
were
up a
to search
stream.
it up, I would.
Yes, it's still there. In my opinion, it is still my favorite Risu clip of all time.
Is it a clip or is it like a whole video?
It's actually a stream, but if there's a clip out there where you see both of the point of views of Risu and Moona.
Oh my
So
god.
you actually get to see like Risu, like of course, like doing stuff with the piggy bank, like shaking the coins inside and like getting
Guessing
the
and
money
yeah.
out. Yeah, and then in the other stream, you see Moona panicking, and you see her trying to find her piggy bank, and
Oh
then
my god.
realizing what happened to it,
I
thanks to the
see.
chat.
I'm gonna have to watch that later.
Yeah, and
I
so
see.
of course, like as I mentioned, Risu counts out all the coins or tries to, but then eventually gets caught. But I think I'll let you watch that clip for yourself because
I
it's
see.
really darn funny.
All right.
That's one of my favorite clips of all times. And then another thing that I love about her, and I think you know this one too, Nonstop Nut November.
Oh boy.
Come on.
No, I do. Yeah, one thing about Risu was that she loves talking about her nuts
Yes.
and like nuts and more nuts and yeah.
I was so sad that they didn't have Nonstop November this year. But for the past 2 years, I've been following every single day of Rizu for it. I think that was the reason why I got attached to Rizu more compared to the rest of the ID members at that time.
Isn't Risu is like one of the more, how would you say, mischievous ones
Yes,
out of ID?
yes. She's like the
Cause it,
little sister
yeah,
of the
is
first
like
generation.
whether she would tease or like make jokes of certain things.
Exactly. I think you know about the fact too, but the original three ID members used to live together when they streamed.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Really?
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Like I said, it
When
was
you
much later
when you
that before
watch
I was introduced to ID. So
Gotcha. When you watch that Rizu clip of her in the piggy bank, then you'll understand why.
that's probably like how did she get her piggy bank? I was
Yeah,
wondering.
exactly. So the relationship is that Moona is the big
They
sister, Rizu
yeah
is the little sister, and then the third member that we're gonna be bringing up is the mother between
the mother.
between everyone.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I could see that now. So on to anything
Yeah.
else you want to mention about Risu?
Yeah. One more thing that I really love about Risu is that I absolutely love her singing. In my
Oh yeah,
opinion,
I have heard. Well, I haven't like heard like the full on, her full like singing, but I have heard a few and from her voice, especially one of her which Hololive event was that?
I think it was Holofest.
Holofest. It might be. It was like she was singing. I think I heard that. I was like, dang, it sounds.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't I didn't expect that kind of voice from Risu because
Yeah,
that was my.
Alice and You, right?
I think so.
Yeah, the one that she's staying on stage for the first time in her full 3D uniform, or 3D model, I
I
should say.
think so.
Yeah, because when I showed you my rankings originally, that was between the ID members and the English members making their debut. She was my second favorite.
I see. I see.
Yeah, Ame being my
Oh,
first, surprisingly.
all right.
Yeah, because and a fun Easter egg that I also learned about that song is that each verse in the song it actually spells out Ayunda Risu.
Oh, I think I did see that.
Yeah,
I
I
think I.
never knew about that until I actually looked up the lyrics and I was like, "What the heck? Oh, that's so cool!"
That's really
Fun fact
cool.
for those of you who don't know about it,
Who
because
don't know or
exactly.
didn't notice.
But in
Interesting.
general, what I really like about her voice is that she could hit different octaves. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I
of course, like
noticed.
you have like the high pitch or the high voice sound, and then she could sound elegant and very beautiful, just like how she did in Alice and You. But another good example of a good song that, in my opinion, I thought you had the best cover out of all the Hololive members in general was
Mm,
King.
I don't know, but I'll have to check that out.
In my opinion, I think she had the best version of that cover, like out of all the members of Hololive. Even
Mm,
like those of what we already know, like Callies and Guras, Ames. I think I know there are a bunch of other Japanese members that also made a cover of the song, but out of all of them, hands down, Ayunda Risu is my favorite.
I
There's
see.
just something about her voice that just really gets to you, and actually she like means it every single time she sings.
I see. I see. Okay.
But
Now,
yeah.
speaking of, we had Muna, the big sister.
hmm
We had Risu, the little sister.
Let's talk
And
about the mother of
now,
the group.
and now, the quote unquote mother of the group. Her name was I don't know.
Airani Iofifteen.
Irani.
Or Airani
I only
Iofifteen.
Yofi. But for short, Yofi.
Yofi.
Yofi. IOF.
I.
Yeah.
hmm
Yofi. That's all I knew. Or that's what I knew when I first started seeing some
the
clips and
first
videos of her
first gen or like
of that member. So
hmm,
probably the one I know the least about. Uh,
sadly me too. Well, at
well,
least first gen, I should say.
out of Gen 1. One thing I did learn, or I don't know, I don't remember when, but like I was wondering, like, so in Yofi's one of Yofi, I don't know if she changed her intro to her streams and videos, but like one of her intros was like her saying Obi-san, and I don't even know if I'm saying Obi-sa or Obi-san, and I was wondering, like, what was the meaning behind it? So I went to check like some kind of origin like video or something like
hmm
that on YouTube. And from what I saw is that she was talking about why does she say Obi-san? Like I believe it was because of I don't know if it was her VTuber model or it was her in like in real life, but in order for her to I think wink, it was for her to say Obi-san,
Obi-san.
Obi-san or Obi-san.
Yeah.
I think it was Obi-san, but
Yeah. I think she.
she had to like say that in order for her to like wink. I don't know if it was one of her eyes or both.
I think one.
So that's one thing that I know about her that I know about Yofi. Other than that, one clip that I definitely remember of her was back when Gen 1 and Gen 2 they did a collab playing a game called Pico Park.
Pico Park. Oh
And
my gosh.
one scene in particular is when one level where it's like you don't press the button, otherwise everyone loses.
I think I know where this is going.
One of the ID members, they would they would like, oh button, I want to press it, and then one thing, and then like after doing it a few times, I could like I can like replay in my head like Yofi just screaming, like screaming at or like yelling at the that ID member like a mother. So
Yeah,
it
exactly.
was like it's so it was funny. It's funny to me, and
No, I'm
and
pretty sure
even when it
everyone
comes,
found it
and
funny.
then like of course blaming the person because they pressed the button, and then even to the point where whether another member made the mistake or didn't do or did it on purpose, it was still blame it on that same member, and it was I just found it funny. It was like
Yeah, honestly. Um, is that like all you think about when it comes to Eofi?
that's what's coming to that's what I know or from I know that's coming to mind.
Gotcha. Yeah, because
And
for
like I
me,
said, it is I would say it was the least one I know of.
yeah, I'm surprised you actually even remembered a couple clips of her because I only know like the very basics of her. The number one thing that I know about her is that she's an artist. So
Oh,
obviously,
by the
yeah.
way, she
Hmm.
is an alien artist, or I'd say painter, but like
Yeah. I
alien painter.
I think she does more than beyond painting too.
I yeah, but like
But I just say she's just like an artist in
from
general.
from
'Cause-
like from the looks of her, like her theme of her character, it looks more like she's more into painting, but of
yeah,
course drawing, yeah,
yeah.
drawing and
In
art.
general, she's just really darn good.
She's just an artist, yes.
Yeah. Because compared to the others, like they have their own unique talents and whatever.
Their
And
own
then,
unique art
yeah,
styles.
exactly. And then there's Eofi's art. And in my opinion, I think she's one of the best artists in hololive.
Mm.
If not technically the best, otherwise, if not, I would also say
She's
that,
the best in ID.
yeah, ID. Because otherwise, if so, I would have competed her against Ina.
Oh yeah, of course Ino's.
Hmm. Yeah, but that's one thing that I know about her. Otherwise, if not, she's basically the translator between like her and like the
Oh
Japanese
yeah, the
members.
fact that she does know more than what, like three or four languages?
No, I think she knows more, if I'm not mistaken. I
Yeah,
could
she
be
knows
wrong.
more than
Yeah,
four.
so if I'm not mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong. She knows Indonesian, she knows English, Japanese, Korean, and I think also Dutch. I think. I could be wrong about that last one, but I know the other four. She's mentioned them one way or another.
All the more. She knows a lot more languages. I'd say any of the members,
Yes.
any of the members in Whole Life. So I
Hmm.
do. Yeah.
Sort of surprising, honestly, but at the same time, too, I understand why. I feel like the reason why we don't get attached to her as much is because I think she's mostly either with the ID members specifically or she's with more of the JP members. Because I think for us mostly, we stick to watching the English members.
Of course.
So when we see like the
Poor Jake.
English members collab with the ID members, it makes things interesting, I guess.
Yes, I see.
But that's all I mostly know in regards to Eofi in general. But in my opinion, she had one of the cutest songs in
Yeah,
the concert.
I think I remember that. I
It gave
think
me
I do.
Vocaloid vibes. That's the reason why.
Okay, okay. So, out of Gen 1, well, I think I can guess what your favorite ID Gen 1 there of Gen anyways, yeah, your
Yeah,
favorite would be shoot, how did Ayunda?
yeah, Ayunda Risu.
Ayunda Risu, the squirrel girl,
Hmm.
the little one,
The
little
troublemaker.
yeah, mischievous little squirrel.
I love her. She's hands
For
down my
me, I'm
favorite.
not gonna lie, I'd probably also say Risu,
Okay,
but then if not, then probably
Moona.
Moona. Mostly because of her collabing with others,
Yeah, that makes
I'd say.
sense. Yeah, I because I feel like she's like the more sociable compared to the rest. I think Yofi is the same too, but I think more Muna because she knows how to like get her way towards like other members of Hololive. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I at least for Yofi,
Her
she does speak
collab with
Japanese.
Especially
Yeah,
Pekora, and I didn't mention it, but like back when she or like collabing with Crony in the Minecraft streams, then yeah,
there we go. But yeah, that's Gen 1. Now
that's Gen 1, Area 15.
let's switch
On
over to
to
Gen 2.
Gen 2. Their name is
Holoro.
holoro. I honestly didn't know they had a name or like had a gen name for that, but
Mm.
from what I learned is that holoro, the ro I think ro part, ro,
Hmm.
it was like a translation to two in another language, but I still don't understand about
I
the meaning
believe
behind of the name.
I believe it's actually to Indonesian.
I
I
think
could be wrong.
I think so. It might be, and it might be not I yeah I'm recently just looking this up, so I was like I don't know much about the name, but
It's all right.
moving
So
on. So Gen 2 includes also three other members. Who was the first one that debuted out of them?
I'm gonna get this completely wrong because the I feel like I'm gonna mess up this order. But if I'm not mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong because I feel like I'm gonna get all three of these orders wrong. I believe first was Kureiji Ollie.
Kureiji Ollie. She is a zombie high school girl.
I think
I
so.
think high school. I'm not sure about the high school girl, but she is definitely a zombie, and you can see it by if you look up her model. She has like stitches and like different
Hmm.
skin colors.
Yeah,
Patch.
patches. Yeah, sort of like the I don't know how to describe it, but basically
It's
like
like body parts from different bodies just into
yeah, all
one.
come together to form an anime girl.
Pretty much. Crazy Ollie. You know, it took me a little. It took me like I didn't notice at firsthand, but like until I realized her name Crazy is crazy.
Crazy.
It took me too long. It's longer than it should. Anyways,
Mm.
for Kureiji Ollie, I'd say she is definitely the troublemaker or one of the ones that jokes a lot in
Yeah.
ID. The other one besides Risu.
Hmm.
And um what would I say? What would I do love her collabs with other members. One thing for sure is that she is probably one of the things she is known for is her being the biggest simp of all the ID or all of hololive members.
Yep.
A simp to all the other members
Hmm.
and
In general.
pretty much.
Hmm. Is that all you think about when it comes to Ollie? Because there's
I think she's funny like when it
yeah, I
comes to
legit
collab
just think she's just funny in
and
general.
she finds some ways to like slip in some jokes and all
Yeah.
that other stuff. So
To be fair, if it's not her, then it's another member in ID. But in my opinion, she's one of the funniest members in ID. Let
yeah,
alone everyone in Hololive in general.
probably most likely. Well, yeah. Anything do you what do you know of Kureiji Ollie?
Charge rifle. Does that come to mind?
I have heard of it. It was from a game.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely from a game. I don't know which game though.
Again, I
I mean, it's one
believe
of those first shooter games. I
I
think
believe it's Apex. I could be
Apex.
wrong.
Mm.
I'm saying this so many times. Yeah, I think it's
I've
Apex.
seen that reference from Hollow Cure, that
Yeah.
game, but I don't really know much about
It's
what
an
was it called?
uh,
Supercharge?
charged rifle.
Charge rifle.
It's more to it.
Was it like a joke or
It's
like
an
an
inside joke between
inside?
Ollie and every time that she collabs with like other people. Basically, the joke is, "Hey, do you pee like a charged rifle?
Do you what?
Do you pee like a charged rifle?"
What?
Yeah, that's literally her
Pee
joke.
like a wait, pee isn't like
Urine.
pee like a
Yeah, that's
charge
her
rifle.
joke.
Like
That's the joke.
what is
That's the joke of the charged rifle.
what's that even supposed to mean?
Exactly. She's been asking like other Hololive members that, and even some of the Hollow Stars members.
What
In
the?
my
Oh my
yeah, it's
gosh.
really funny. I remember she said it's I think it's Axel, or from Hollow Stars English. Um, I don't know, just something about like the way how she like questioned about it too is really funny,
What
because
the
it's like the
heck?
difference between guys
Do
and
you
girls. So
pee like a charged rifle? What
yeah,
the hell?
yeah. I don't want to go further deeper into that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys know more about that than me. So that's
And
the number one I think about when it comes to Ollie, because in my opinion, that's one of the funniest things that's ever come from Ollie.
oh my
Um,
god, I'm just learning this too. So oof.
Another thing that I really like about Ollie, have you heard about Olivia?
Okay, I've recently been hearing about this. Olivia. I'm assuming this is like this is Ollie before she became a zombie. Pretty much her as a human, right?
Yes, I
Assume.
believe so. I
I
don't
don't
remember the
know.
backstory too, but yes.
I don't know much about it, but like she did had a stream about like of her before she became a zombie named Olivia, and I was like, at first I was like, who is this person? Why she look so familiar? And then finding out that was quote unquote human
Yeah.
Ollie. So I was like, oh, what the, wow.
What I find interesting about that too is that her character compared to Ollie is like a complete 180.
Yeah,
Wh-
yeah. I think I did notice that.
Yeah. So like Olivia is like more shy, more like soft spoken, and more like down to earth compared to Ollie, who's
Ollie,
like
the zombie Ollie, who is
crazy.
not just crazy, like she is interactive.
Yes,
Like
he's the most
pro
sociable.
yes.
Yeah. Out of everyone in ID, I think she's the most sociable.
Yes. In
Holy
my
moly.
opinion.
Like especially when her debate like I showed you this one, her debate
Her
about
one
mint chocolate chip. Um
how she asked almost all of hololive members
and
and
Hollow
even
Stars.
and Holostar members of whether if you love mint chocolate chip ice cream. And honestly, when I saw it, it was like like between the yes and the no, it was surprising and interesting
Yeah.
of
It was
because they also
split.
like yeah, it was like somewhat even for Hull Live, but Hull Stars wasn't like more of them
Yeah,
like
Hollow
it than
Stars like all said yes except for I think one or two.
like yeah. So
Yeah. But what I find interesting too is that literally all my JP Oshis are all on the no side, but like literally all the others that are like Indonesian or English are all for yes.
and for me, my more favorite Hull Live members, Ollie wasn't able to ask them because they were either busy or like they just didn't respond. So I was like, oh man. But I did see some others that are like in the yes and somewhere in the no, which it's fine.
Yeah.
To me, mint chocolate chips is fine. Like I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite. But I don't mind eating it. But however, Ivan Chan over here,
I
he
I love it. It's hands down my favorite flavor of ice cream of all times. I don't care. I don't care if I have the taste of breath mints in my mouth. I don't care if I have the taste of toothpaste in my mouth. I
he
think
lo-
it's
he
good.
loves chugging toothpaste.
I make this joke to people sometimes too. Is like, oh, you like mint chocolate chip? Yeah, I don't mind it. And it's like, yeah, it's like eating toothpaste. Hey, after you eat a meal, and so you had onions, right? Hey, if I have mint chocolate chip ice cream, at least my breath smells better than yours.
Does it actually smell like toothpaste like after eating it?
Yes.
I don't think
Honestly, I
I
love
ever.
that sensation
I
though.
don't think I ever like try figuring out whether if it did after someone eating it. I wouldn't just like go up to someone like, "Hey, yo, you ate some mint chocolate chip? Let me smell your breath."
Yeah, exactly.
So like,
It actually
I
does
never.
smell fresh though. It's so you basically you don't even have to have a mint. You just take mint chocolate chip ice cream and then you're pretty much good to go.
Mm,
What I love specifically about the video in Ollie, when she mentioned about the debate too, is that about like if you actually do like mint chocolate chip, do you prefer the chocolate chip portion or the mint part? And then she actually prefers the chocolate chip part of the mint.
what about
Me,
you?
I prefer the mint.
I can see that. I can see
Yeah,
that.
but don't get me wrong,
The
I
the
also
the
love the chocolate
more
chip side too.
toothpaste part, I see.
Yeah, because it makes you feel fresh.
It does,
Honestly, I
and
like that.
the chips add texture and another somewhat kind of flavor to it. So
Exactly, but I think mint enhances the flavoring, while chocolate chip sort of adds in the kick, if that makes sense.
I don't know. I think I pressed the button. I don't know.
It's okay. I think it should be fine.
Should be okay. So, anyways, yeah, that's Kureiji Ollie. Kureiji.
Yeah,
Another ID member, another member of Gen 2 holoro,
I believe next was Pavolia Reine.
Pavolia Reine. What do I know about her? One, she is in this like side group called Holotori, which is composed of other Hololive members that are bird related. Why bird? Because tori is the Japanese word for bird. So I believe for her, she is a peafowl.
Yes.
Although some people would love to joke around and call her a turkey.
Yes, in my
So,
opinion. It's better that way.
what I know is that her character is supposed to be like, I'm assuming, a cleaner from her 3D debut. Other than that, she also likes to make jokes with Ollie, when it comes to like joking around about certain things. Like, there's especially one clip when it was her, Ollie, and Callie. They were drawing, and Ollie and Reine kept making jokes about, or like teasing and joking with Callie, like because they were drawing pretty much her. And it was like, can you draw him without clothes and all that? It was like, I find it so funny, like the interactions and all that. So
Good gracious.
there's that, and then her collabs with other characters or
Mm-hmm.
other members is like very interesting, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Honestly, I don't really know much about Reine, surprisingly. I feel like for Gen 2 in general, I feel like this is going to be the least section that we're going to be talking about, besides Ollie,
Don't
obviously.
worry, I can
Hmm.
fill in whatever I know of.
Because when I think of
Oh,
Reine, I think of her more as like the elegant
I could see
type.
that.
Yeah.
Look at
As-
her model. She does look more elegant than some of the other members.
Well, she also enjoys tea, right? So
What kind of tea though?
I don't remember.
She just
Do you
looks
remember?
tea.
Yeah,
I don't know either. So,
yeah. That's the thing that I mostly like know her for. Otherwise, other than her being part of Holotori, obviously, and then of course like what we mentioned earlier about her. Um, that's pretty much all I really know about Reine. She also has a good voice too.
yeah.
Although I do admit, besides Ayunda Risu, I think her cover of the song King is also really good.
I'll also have to listen to that later.
Yeah.
So, on to the last member of holoro. We have Melfissa,
Anya Melfissa.
wait.
Anya
So,
Melfissa.
so that technically her real name would be Melfissa, or
We call it Anya.
but yeah, Anya. Most that's why I know most. So Anya, this is a character. She's based off of like this little story of like a dagger or a blade that became humanoid. So that's from what I
Yeah.
know of.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's a blade that came to life.
That's the lore
She
of
has a
Anya.
lot. She has very long hair. I think it's more than her body.
Yeah. And yeah, like when you like see her stream, it's like her model's so big you can't even see what's on her
But
screen.
isn't she? She's like one of the like I think she's one of the smallest members of IG.
Yeah. I think she was the smallest
She
member of
was
IG.
until another member will talk later on.
Yes.
So
But
from what I know of her, I have noticed that like there are some cases where it's like whenever she's playing like horror games, she is unfazed. Like
yes, that's like
she
the number one thing I could think
like
about when it comes to Anya.
out of most of the members that would have either like a very noticeable reaction or like of course they would scream like really surprised and all that. Anya's I think she's one of the few where it's like she doesn't like she wouldn't scream and she's like
She's super chill.
either yeah she is chill, super chill, unfazed, and it's like she would rather than screaming she would like say something about it, like
Yeah,
oh
see,
hey like oh hey how are you doing and all that
yeah.
stuff.
I
So
Speaking of that, I only remember like once when she actually got scared and she didn't even like jump or anything. It's like, "Oh, you actually got me."
I think
Like it doesn't even seem like she was phased.
I think there was one clip. It was her with Wotan and two other members. They were playing Phasmophobia, and the closet
Yep.
door that's in this lobby. I think it's the lobby. And it's like she went to the like if you stand near the door, like peeking through it, there'll be like this ghost woman, female ghost that like that would sound like and then just scare
Yeah.
you. Anya, she did it. It was like what she went along with Botan's joke. It was like, what? Oh, there's nothing there. And so when the other two, which are would be more scared of, would be more scaredy like. So when they try it, of course they scream. So Anya went along with Botan's joke, and I found that funny.
No kidding, dude. I feel like she'd do something like that. Like out of all of them in ID, I think she's the most, or I second generation, I should say. She's also the most mischievous between those three.
But yet
Ollie,
calm, yet
yeah, but
calm.
more calm. I mean, a more calm and more joking like demeanor compared to say Ollie.
Yes, yes. They're like,
Yeah, Ollie's more out there. Anya's more reserved.
yes, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So, Gen 2, who would be your favorite
Ollie.
Ollie?
I
For
think it's
me,
obvious.
yeah, it's probably Ollie.
Mm-hmm. But I do want to mention
The
a
fact
couple
that
more.
I have been seeing more videos of Ollie. So,
Yeah, honestly. Well, Ollie in general is just like hands down just like super funny. So,
yes, and interactive with the other
hmm
members.
yeah. To be fair, I want to add a little more couple things of Anya before we move to Gen 3. So,
Please do.
um like just like how we mentioned about how like Ioffi's like the translator for like Indonesian and Japanese.
She
Anya,
also,
I love how like she's always like made fun of as like she's the Japanese member in hololive
yeah,
instead of Indonesian.
Her Japanese sounds so good to the JP members that it's like, oh, you're not a JP member of hololive. Like, no, I'm ID. I was like, oh,
Exactly. And if I'm not mistaken too, like a majority of her streams are actually in Japanese,
mm,
which makes it even all the more funny. Like she switches between English, Japanese, and Indonesian, just like the rest of the hololive members in Indonesia. It's great, honestly.
okay.
There's that, and then of course, like one of the funniest things that I love about her, other than like what you mentioned about her being unfazed when it comes to getting jump scares and stuff. Like when we mentioned her original model, because what I find interesting is that her and Gura have the same artist. I forgot to say mother, the same father, but basically the same artist created
When
both
you mean
Anya.
mother and father, these are the creators of their models.
Yes.
So
So either Anya and Gura share the same mother or father. I
they
forgot
say they
who.
share the same parent of
Hmm.
one of the parents.
One of the or an artist basically.
I mean, I don't know. It could be like uncle or something.
Exactly. But yeah, they share the same. I never knew about that until
I
a while
never knew
back.
either.
Yeah. And then what I find really funny about it too is that like when you see her nowadays, how many when you see like one of the more recent videos of Anya Melfissa, do you ever see her go back to her original model with her long hair and everything?
Honestly, I don't think so.
Exactly.
I don't think so. I see her more with her one of her models being short hair,
Exactly, that's the thing.
wearing a dress, or all that stuff. So
Because the reason why she even mentioned it on stream, someone asked why she no longer streams with the original model is because her hair is so freaking long
it would
and so
cover the
wide.
screen and
Yeah,
all that.
exactly. So it's hard to figure out like what she's doing.
I see.
So that's why she switches to her newer models so that she can use that instead. Honestly, I prefer her newer models than her original model.
Just do like Rapunzel, braid that long hair, and you'll just see it in the background, just like wiggle,
Exactly.
shaking it.
Yeah, I like her better with her second model hair because it's like laid back and
It's
shorter, and you could actually see her. So
and see more of whether if it's a game she's playing or.
exactly, and you could probably see her get quote unquote scared. But yeah,
Anyways,
that's my taste on
that
Melfissa.
is holoro Gen 2 of ID. And now to the final gen, the more recent Gen 3.
Ooh, we're
Now
getting
the thing is, Gen 3, I didn't like the other gens where they have Area 15 and Area 15 and holoro. For Gen 3, I always thought they had like an obvious or like known name
a
for
name
their
for the
group, but
generation.
it seems like from what I searched up, I googled and all that, they don't exactly have a name, but from what I heard of, I thought it was like Holo Hero, more like these everyday heroes in society and that kind of stuff, even though one of them I questionable. So yeah, so I'm just gonna call him Holohiro because I have heard one of the members said that before. So
Mm-hmm.
Holohiro, and the first one to debut, I don't remember who was the first one.
Vestia Zeta.
Wait, how you say?
Vestia Zeta.
Vestia Zeta.
In my opinion, she's, well,
She
early. I'm gonna spoil it now. She's
she
my favorite out of third gen.
she is from what I know is that she's supposed to be based off of a secret agent kind of
Yes.
thing, and honestly, she is the one that I know the least out of this Gen 3 members, and from what I know, there have been a few times where either one, she is honestly, I think she's the one that's made fun of the least of her and her gen mates, and then also, I don't know if I want to say, but like there are some cases where she has like a sadistic kind of trait, but I honestly I'm not sure, so
Yeah.
I don't know as much of her as Ivan Chan here. So why
Mm-hmm.
don't you go ahead and tell me, teach me more, tell me more about Zeta.
I'm not gonna lie. Between her and the other two members in the third gen, in my opinion, she's the sexiest. It.
I could see that actually. Yeah, now that I think, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
And reasons, I'll let you talk about that.
You should watch her 3D debut and look at her thighs.
I see. Yeah, that's why I was thinking. Why?
In my opinion, too, she has one of the funniest 3D
She has a nice,
debuts too.
a nice from her 3D debut. People,
No.
we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, sorry, I apologize. My dad knocked on the door. He's asking if we're done or not.
So, what? Okay,
So,
go on. Go
so
on.
basically, in my opinion, the way how I look at Zeta is that she's also like sharp and like she's smart-witted. Um,
Sharp.
yeah, not to the point where it's like super obvious, but she'll get you. Like one example I could think of is her and her collab with Axel Sirius in
Oh yeah,
Keep
their
Talking and Nobody
collab.
Explode.
That was a funny collab.
That, in my opinion, I think that's probably my favorite collab with Zeta. If not, then another collab with like more Holostars members and third gen ID members. And I'll get
Mm,
to that when we bring up the third member. Yeah, but it's just the way how she's like smart witted and she easily knows how to make fun of someone just because like either they messed up or if she messes up, she'll get back one way or another.
I see. Interesting. Interesting. And of course, going back to yeah, her 3D model. I'd say the reason why he's finding the sex is because her thighs in her 3D model, they're looking like
Looking real
a
nice.
nice,
Thick.
very nice, not fat, very nice thickness for thighs. And yeah, you can have her thighs compete with another that I'll mention
Good
later on,
gracious. But
or
yeah,
not later on, rather
in a
another
bit.
member.
In a bit.
So
Zeta
that's
also has, in my opinion, one of the better original songs.
I'll have to.
Especially after she did her 3D debut. Well, to be fair, I think all the 3Ds in Hollow ID have, or third generation specifically, all have great original songs. There's just something about Zeta that just captivated me.
I see.
Maybe because it's like, of course, like she's the sadistic one trying to pull you
Yeah,
over.
that's what I thought
Yeah, because
I was
the
getting.
title of the song is literally called "You're Mine."
Either
Sadistic.
sadistic or what's the word?
Mess.
No, no, no. I think I'll pull mine. It's like obsessive,
Yeah,
obsessive
obsessive. Yeah,
in a
that's.
way.
Mm-hmm.
So Zeta, interesting, the one I know the least of. Moving
Mm-hmm.
on, the next member of Hello Hero, I believe the second one to debut was Kaela.
Yeah, Kaela Kovalskia.
Kaela Kovalskia. she is a blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that back before, before she was debuted, and she was like you would see her model.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at it, people were like commenting and all that, saying that she looks like a penguin,
Penguin.
specifically Kowalski from the Penguins of Madagascar.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I could see that, so I could see it, and it was like it was joked around for like
Oh
so
man.
long, and like some people would think, oh, she would be the next member of Holotori, so, but that never happened. So
I wish though.
Kaela, one thing you definitely know about her is that she is nicknamed by the other hololive members as the Minecraft God. The
Mm-hmm.
reason behind that is because the fact that she would do these long streams of grinding in Minecraft to where the point like she has she pretty much has more items and stuff than all the other members combined, and the fact that she went to long lengths just to get this certain amount of items, and the fact that she would have extras and all that. So the other JP members were so surprised and um, yeah, surprised about that. They and the fact that they would ask her for something, and the fact that she would like bring more than what was expected.
It's
They
crazy.
they started calling her the Minecraft God.
Her dedication to it is just insane, honestly.
Yes.
She literally puts like hours upon hours just to accomplish things. Whether if it's like gaming or it's like something she really enjoys, she'll stream hours beyond end. And honestly, I find that really incredible.
Her long streams, whether if it's grinding in Minecraft or other games. Another noticeable or another thing that I know of was like towards her beginning,
Hmm.
her one laugh was the silent laugh, where it's like
Yes.
whenever if you're watching Kaela, like she would be laughing but no sound coming out, so she's like literally just like smiling and all that, and
Yeah.
people were like, "What's going on?" or something. It's like that's her laughing with no
Hmm.
volume, or she's not muted. She's like literally laughing with no sound. So but I think now it's more like you can hear like a little, very little of her laugh
Yeah.
whenever she laugh. But all the more, that was like one known thing of her back when she was beginning.
Hmm. Yeah. Honestly, for me, when it comes to Kyla, other than her laugh, because I was actually about to mention that, um, I also want to mention her voice in general. Not yet. And
I
you,
mean,
do
you
you want to
can.
bring the dogs inside? You can if you want. Do you want to bring the dogs inside? Yeah, we're not done yet, but we could bring them inside. Sorry, guys. Yeah, like I said, because we're in RV, we're sort of a bit of like on a crunch, especially when it comes to with my parents coming here and then our dogs as well. So,
So,
but continuing on, so when I think of Kyla, also want to like bring up her voice in general, because what really shocked me, and then I don't know, like during her debut stream, her voice was like super low, right? Like she has like that older sister or like motherly
yeah,
mature vibe when it
more like an older sister than
yeah,
me.
yeah. When it comes to her voice, in general, like when you think about like the low deep voice, you think about like Crony, you think about like Toa, like all the members that have like those deep voices. Kaela just screams that to me. What shocked me was that during her 3D debut, her voice was higher, and that sort of shocked me.
Oh yeah, yeah, it did. I
Yeah,
know. I realized. I noticed that.
that took me out of a whim. I was like, what? Oh my gosh, I didn't know she sounded like that. I thought her voice was actually deep, but no, she actually sounded like that. It was really cool.
Yeah, very interesting.
I don't know, there's just something about that in particular. Like, he knows more about Kyla than me, so. But another thing that I really like about her, like I mentioned before with Zeta and her original song that she released, it's Kaela's. In my opinion, the song is really beautiful. Backseat. I don't know if you've heard it.
Another one I'll have to hear.
You haven't heard it? Oh, it's really
No,
beautiful.
sadly no, but of course I'll have to hear it.
It's beautiful. I love it.
I see.
In my opinion, it's not like the beauty and elegance of Ayunda Risu's song, but like beautiful as like it hits you. Like you feel what she means.
All right. Now, the last member of Holo Heroes
I
is.
feel like we're going to be talking about her a lot. Kobo Kanaeru.
I'll try to shorten it. Kobo Kanaeru. She is.
No promises. Kobo Kanaeru.
She is the rain shaman. I don't know how that was like a daily hero, questionable, but she is the rain shaman. One thing she's definitely known for is that she is like pretty much a little sister, like
Yeah,
young
basically. She's basically the brat of hololive ID.
at this point. The fact that she acts more like a daughter towards some of the
Callie, Kiara. What about the JP members? I don't know if she's like Maureen, right?
recently, yeah, Maureen.
Yeah. I think that's it.
She has other mothers, but I can't really.
Hachima?
I can't name. I don't know.
I don't remember
I
Hachima.
don't want to guess,
Yeah.
but that
'Cause
she's been collecting quote unquote mothers.
Yeah.
So
Except for Callie, because he's the dad.
she is also one of the ones that is made fun of, like joked around, especially with her quote unquote brother, Altair.
Altair. Oh,
from
I guess their
Holostars.
dynamic relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
What would you like to say about Kobo?
Good gracious. It's like what I mentioned earlier when I brought up Zeta and then their collab. So along with, so I believe they were playing Apex. It was Kobo, Zeta, Axel, Altair, and then I forgot the other one. And then they were talking about stuff. And then Kobo was in trouble, right? And then she needed help, but the other members didn't go for help. And then so she was disappointed, said she couldn't get help from her brother, her genmate, her friend, her dog, and then I forgot the other. And then I think something like that. But it was so funny. I don't know. It's just something about Kobo that has like that childish vibes. Like
she is really childish.
Yeah.
Even when in real life when they met like other staff,
Yeah,
visiting Japan and all that,
she's still a brat.
the other is like their first they first time meeting each other. They're like this little kid. Like they
Exactly.
actually thought of her as a little kid. Compared, like these are all members that would be like older enough, like
But
maybe
no,
20s and so forth. But for Kobo, it was like they thought of her as a little kid because she I don't want to say acted, but like she appeared to them as a little kid.
Yeah.
So I found
Like when you see her, did you imagine her as like a specific type of character, or like per se, like glorified? I guess you could say, because I don't want to say the L word, otherwise we might get in trouble.
maybe not, but like now definitely she is a kid. She is a kid compared to. Kid as in like young compared to the other members.
But she mentioned that she's over 18.
Yeah, she's over 18, but yet she is the daughter of some of these hololive members. Very young. And the thing that does one thing she does stand out of the other members besides that is like I think it's the way she talks too. It's
Yeah.
like, compared to the other members, like her, whether she's speaking it in Indonesian or like English and all that.
Yeah, I know one great example that comes to my mind every single time I think of her. Every time she like tries to blurt something out when I feel like she isn't supposed to, but it's up there.
It just it happens.
Yeah, it happens. Basically, anytime she has to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Specifically when she has to poop. She's not afraid to mention that she has to poop on stream.
Like I said, she is a kid.
It's amazing. I
She is
love
a child.
it. It's
Yeah.
so funny. Oh my
It
good gracious.
is.
But to be fair too, even though she has like that type of side, I also love her
cocky.
singing voice.
Oh yeah, I have noticed. Yeah, her singing voice sounds nice. Really
Hmm.
nice.
It's great.
I
All
haven't.
her originals, great. I love them
Mm,
all. To be fair,
like to the point where like some of them I didn't even recognize that was her singing.
yeah, exactly. That's what makes it so unique. Because she also has like that really cool dynamic voice, just like Risu. In my opinion, I think Risu still has the most beautiful sounding voice, but Kobo is like almost catching up to her.
Mm,
But there's just something about the way how she sings and how she interprets her voice as well is really beautiful and unique because it fits her as not only her character but her singing style in general.
let's see.
I think maybe that's one of the reasons why she got signed to Universal Records along with Cali and stuff. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So out of Gen 3 Holo Heroes, I think I can also guess which one is your favorite.
Hmm.
Maybe, maybe not. I believe is Vestia Zeta.
Hmm.
Yes,
Pretty
I
much.
wonder why. Hmm.
And I wonder
And
what yours is.
I feel like I might be in between two.
Mm.
It'll be
Kaela
either
and
Kaela
Kobo.
and Kobo. Yeah.
Because if so, I would have said the same thing.
Is there?
Because it's in between Zeta and Kobo for
It's
me.
mostly because their interactions with others.
That's the thing. It's the same with me when it comes to
They're
collabs.
both teased and fun of in certain ways, and
Yeah,
they're funny moments with others. Yeah.
exactly. But we could both agree that Kobo's like our middle ground. Otherwise, if not, maybe our actual favorites. We just don't know.
Yeah, the youngest sister of
Mhm.
Hello ID.
Holy moly! But yeah,
So
I'm surprised we ran through all of those three.
so yes, nine
Mhm.
members in the ID branch of hololive, three gens.
Mhm.
Don't know when Gen 4 will be next. Don't know when it'll come,
Let them
and
take their time,
of
please.
course, let them take their time rather than don't want to rush things.
Mhm.
So, but that's all the members of ID for now.
Exactly.
Who
But
knows what can wait?
exactly. But before we wrap up this episode, we're going to
Yes.
add a little more to this as well. Not only are we doing our podcast discussion, I think we might also do something a little different. This here is
Ivan Chan here has
a box. And what's
yeah.
contained inside this box is a bunch of plushies.
I
Specifically,
wonder which ones.
yeah. So, and plus, this is actually the first time I'm seeing this myself. I literally haven't opened the box like
And he waited quite some time, more than a few days,
yeah, just to
just
open it on camera.
and he can't wait.
Yeah.
So
To be fair, so these plushies are basically from the same branded ones as Caspin has
with my
with his
with
daughters or his pets,
my
quote unquote.
Inigami Korne, Neko Mata
Yeah.
Okayu,
So
and
if I'm not
Takanori
mistaken, I believe this plush line is called Hololive Friends or something like that. They basically have the same designs, like
as these
yeah,
three.
of these three. Yeah, so they're not like the small plushies like these ones, sadly, but
Not those. Their
yeah.
line eyes and
Yeah, it's so that I can complete the collection because if I can't collect all of Japanese, which is gonna
that
drain
will
my wallet
take
so fast.
that'll take so long.
Yeah.
Let's see how these.
Uh,
You'll get to see how these IDE members look. Our description's not as great as others, but you have an idea. You'll have an idea, and you'll actually see them too. So, Ivan Chan is. Dang, he is.
Being a man.
Honestly, he is ripping through that box. He cannot wait any longer.
I'm a man. I can do this.
He almost has it. He almost has it. It's just
I'm just
the
missing like one
tape.
side of it.
Yes.
I want to be careful not to flash the bottom of the box because I don't want to reveal my address. There we go. Okay.
All right. Well,
So-
let's try to pull them. Oh yes, definitely ID members.
Oh.
Would you like to?
Oh my
my
gosh.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Would you like to reveal it in
Yes.
order?
Yes, sure.
All the members.
Sure.
So-
Let's start out with this one.
From Gen 1, we have.
Moona Hoshinova.
Moona
Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I
Would you
love
like to?
it.
Here, let me bring it a little closer to the. Oh, actually, after I open it, I'll bring
Yeah,
it a
let
little
me get her
closer.
out. Let me get her out real quick. Oh my gosh, this is so adorable. I love it.
It actually does look so adorable. Holy cow. So first, you like
Oh
to
my
hold her a
gosh.
little,
Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
and
I
then
love it.
oh, let me bring it a little closer. So, this is Moona Hoshinova, right?
Yes.
Hoshinova. Dang, she is looking nice.
She looks so
She,
adorable. I love
she,
it.
oh no!
Can you actually hold on to her? I'm gonna get the rest of the members too. Maybe try putting her next to you or put her on your lap.
No, because I gotta bring them close to the camera for them to see.
Perfect. And then here I have next is Ayunda Risu, my favorite
Ayunda
Gen 1
Risu,
member.
the squirrel girl of
Yeah,
Gen 1.
our best local squirrel. Let me get her out.
Get her out.
Good gracious. Oh,
Oh
she's
my
so
gosh.
adorable. I love this.
Wow.
I really love this.
Man, she is,
Yeah.
wow.
Hololive friends. Yeah, I was right. Oh, this is cute.
Look at this little squirrel girl. She even has the tail, it's a Risu tail. It's so amazing.
Good
Oh
gracious.
gosh, I guess you're gonna have to stand in front of some others.
It's okay, it's okay. And then
next up,
next in my hand, I have Airani Iofifteen.
last of
Iofifteen.
Gen 1.
Yes.
The alien paint artist.
She looks cute too. Holy
She
moly.
looks, I think she'd be more,
I love. Oh my gosh, I love it. So cute.
if only
With the
they
paint
include,
decals.
does she have a paintbrush with her?
No, sadly no. But I
Oh,
love all the paint decals that she has.
yeah,
on her.
especially the palette
Yeah,
thing
exactly.
on her hair, looking so nice,
So
Just
adorable. Holy
so
moly.
interesting.
I love this. Oh my gosh, this looks
Next,
really cool.
on to Gen 2 of ID. Oh shoot, where am I putting it? Guess I'll put you
Good
right
luck
here.
getting the Gen 2 out.
All right,
Okay, next, I got Kureiji Ollie in my hand.
Kureiji
And
Ollie.
looking at this one, I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
lie. I think this is probably my favorite design.
Holy cow! She even has the sword.
Oh my gosh!
She even has the sword, even
She has
though.
Udin-chan on the edge of her sword. Oh, that's cool.
Wait, really?
Yeah, look.
Oh my gosh!
If you don't know who Udin-chan is, basically
It's
this
her
is Ollie's mascot. Oh my
Her
gosh,
ma-
that's so adorable.
There's Kureiji Ollie,
I
the
love
zombie
that.
girl. Man, they even included a sword that goes through her head.
Yeah, it's
It's
part
not
of her
lined
original
up.
design,
I
even
know.
when she debuted.
Even though it's not lined up, but dang,
It's
that
still
makes
good
her the
though. I love that.
that
I
makes
love
her the
that.
longest member here.
Exactly. Oh, I'm gonna have fun squishing her in the
Where the
shelf.
heck am I
Okay.
gonna?
Next in my hand, I've got Anya Melfissa. We get her out. My thing, she looks pretty cute.
All right, you know what?
too.
You're taking my
Holy
spot.
moly.
Then. Taking my spot.
Wow. Friends with you. Oh, this is the with you line. Oh, this is cool.
Wait, she's.
And then in the hands, you can see like I don't know if you can see up in the camera if you bring it up close. You can see like the hand decals on her hands.
Here is Anya Melfissa.
Adorable.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Like
I love
in her,
it.
it's in her sleeve.
Yeah,
It's so interesting. Look at this little one.
it's adorable. And then
I wish her hair was much larger, so that way it'll be more.
yeah, that would be so funny. Be like, I don't have room now. I can't fit her. I gotta fit her
accurate.
in one spot. And then last but certainly not least, until I get third gen.
Oh, actually, I was thinking if Gen 3 was in there, but never
Sadly,
mind.
no, it's separated.
Not yet, not yet.
And then here's Pavolia Reine. Oh my gosh! Wow! Oh my gosh, she actually looks really cute. Wow! You want to bring her up to the camera?
Look at her. Look at our good old peafowl of Holo
my
ID,
gosh.
and she is looking nice. Ooh.
Oh my gosh!
even has
this
a
is
long
so
hair part.
adorable.
Holy
Holy
cow.
moly!
So yeah,
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
they
So
definitely
yeah,
took
this
them.
is like our This is like our quick unboxing of well the box that I own, and now these are officially my hololive ID babies. But I'll be adding Gen 3 to that list soon, but not until
Sooner
they
or
release.
later,
Yeah,
of
I
course.
believe they'll be coming out in February, so I got a bit of a while.
yes. So here's
Yeah,
newest members of Ivan Chain's collection.
just to expand this video a bit more too, because I feel like out of all the three branches, we're going to be talking about ID the least. So what more than just
actually a
demonstrate
long
this? Who cares? So here we go.
So here we have. Oh man,
Here's Gen 1. So here by my side. Here's
Gen 1.
Gen 1, Area 15. And then right here,
Gen 2.
holoro.
Hololo.
So cute. I love them. They're so nice.
Can you please? So yeah.
So yeah, looking at them, they have the same designs as like, of course, like yours one's up here. Only except, well, obviously it's ID. So
Yes.
yeah. So I think maybe we should wrap it up here. Like
Yes.
I'm very happy about this right now. I finally opened up this box.
They're looking really nice and adorable.
I'm gonna try to implement this when we do our EN video, so we have more
Yeah.
to see in the background. So.
Yes.
But yeah, this is our episode for today. So this is
Hololive.
episode 9 of us talking about
hololive, specifically the ID branch.
about how we knew them and then what we think about them in general. So
Yes. So wait until next episode, part 3, where we would be talking about hololive EN. So we'll be talking more about the Ivan Chan's other plushes on here.
including Counseloress/Promise.
Counseloress, Promise, and Advent.
Yeah,
So-
but for now, this is our discussion today about the ID members. So again, thank you again for joining us. This
Thank
is
you.
Ivan. This is Caspian. I hope he's on camera.
I'm hoping so too. And make sure you also check out these hololive members.
Yes. Actually, to make it easier.
You could probably know
Yeah.
more about them.
Yeah, I'll go link their channels in the description anyways. So in case you want to subscribe to all of them, including the 3rd gen members who aren't currently here, they'll all be listed in the description. But in the meantime, I believe we're gonna wrap things up here too, because my dad also wants to come inside, so I don't want to keep him waiting for so long. So
Yes.
yeah, and then join us when we talk about English. So again,
Yes.
this is Ivan, this is Caspian. Thank you for joining us on the ICduhweebs podcast/box opening. And we'll
Yep.
catch you guys next time, all right?
Yes.
Bye.
See
Peace.
ya. Look at these little ones. Oh my gosh.